Hi guys, welcome back to the Humble Gamer channel. I am the Humble Gamer and this is some more of my train sim career scenarios. This time we are on the Woodhead Line. Now last time you saw me doing one of these, I was on the London to Brighton line, and at the end of that I asked my wife to name a town in the UK and she shouted Sheffield at me, so this is where we are. This is the only line I currently have that has the town or city, I should say, of Sheffield. We can see some 76s over there. And this is, of course, the Woodhead route, long closed in reality. And we are driving two Class B16 LNER 460s to do some freight over the electrified lines of the Woodhead route. It's going to be about half an hour or so long. We're actually clipping through this bit of scenery, which is always fun. I'm assuming it's going to come through the cab as well, is it? Yep, there it is, just waltzing on through. Good job. I can't remember who developed this route. It's not Dovetail Games, but it's whoever it was. Good job. And we shall slow that down, because we don't want to actually ram into the trucks, do we? Just nice and gentle. Nice and gentle, slowly does it. Can't actually see what we're doing. See, we're connecting to them here at Wath. And then we're going to... Right, lovely. Put the brake on. And then we're going forward, I presume. Let me check where we are in relation to that. I'm assuming we are going forward. Yep, everything's set in our favour, I think. Need to wait at some point there because that black 5 is going to cut across us, but other than that we are absolutely good to go with these B16s. They were very powerful locomotives. Is it B16s or B1s? B1, not B16. Ignore me. Getting myself confused again. I wouldn't mind, but I've got my Observer's Book of Railway Locomotives sat next to me, and it says it many times in the warm-up. So the B1 class, they were just, I think they were just listed as standard general utility. Very powerful, 27,000 pounds of tractive effort, give or take. So to have two of them, we've got a fair bit. And there's the entry, just there in the Reader's Digest, the Observer's Book of Locomotives of Britain. So yeah, screenshot that if you want a full list of it. You can probably find a PDF of it somewhere. Or you might even still be able to buy a copy or two from various places. But yeah, so I need to see a signal at some point. That would be extremely useful to see a signal. I'm pressing tab, so as far as I can tell, there's no signals at danger, which is good. Some more locomotives. There's a black 5 there, going about its business. There's another steam locomotive somewhere around me, I think. Unless I've got one on the end of me. Am I supposed to disconnect that? I don't know. I'm going to leave it because I haven't been told to disconnect it. So I'm going to leave it and use it as an extra set of locomotion. Right, apparently I am good to go. Believe so. Yeah, lovely. So we're leaving Wath to go via Elliscar down. So yes, we're going as far as Ox recap. So is that Manchester? That can't be Oxford Street. No, it's not. I'm talking nonsense. But I'm stopping at there. So, oh, I forgot I haven't played this in a long time in terms of actually running Steam, because everything I've done for you guys lately has been diesel, everything I've done for myself quietly has been more modern traction, so I've forgotten that Steamers require a little bit more care and attention than the diesels do. Sorry, B1s. But right, so we are now. Lovely. Let's stick that down to... yeah, 35 should probably do it. And this is one of the flatter bits of the route. Flatter. I'll be doing 5 videos in this particular series. One with the B1, one with a Robinson 02, one with a class, I want to say 37, but I could be wrong. One with the GT3, which I'm really looking forward to. That's going to be an interesting run. I'm not sure which one of those I'm going to do yet. Probably the more difficult ones. And of course one with the class 76 that this route was renowned for. I do like LNER engines. I'm a Great Western fan personally. I mean, I like all steam engines, but if I had to pick a railway, it'd be Great Western. But I tell you what, these are the LNER come up with some really, really nice stuff. I don't just mean the Gresley stuff either. This come up with some really, really nice stuff. Is that my safety valve? If it's a safety valve, it's fine. That sounds safety valve-esque. That's yeah, it was. That's fine. Nope, not number 2. No number 2s. So how far am I away from Oxford? From OX recap, 10 miles. So it's a 10-mile journey. Stated to be about 35 minutes. This, but don't forget some of that was to connect to the trucks at the other end. And the other banker, I'd quite like to see what the banker is actually, what sort of locomotive we've got banking us. Is it another B1? I can't tell, I'm not sure it looks like one. I'll have to spot when we get to stop somewhere, because we will get to stop somewhere. Sorry for hitting the microphone there. Yeah, so I don't know what route we'll be doing after this. It'll be down to having another town or city said in my general direction. I don't drive the Woodhead route very much at all, so it's going to be quite interesting to have a look at this. Because it was when I got it, it was one of the ones I was more excited. One of the routes when I bought it was I was very excited to get it. It's one of the routes I've been more excited to get when I bought it at time of purchase. But I've barely touched the bloody thing, which I feel like it's a waste because this is gorgeous, really nicely done. That's the hamster's having a run. Actually, bear with me just 1 second. Put that back on. There we go. That's all that sorted. But yeah, so I'm genuinely quite excited to see what sort of stuff I'm going to see along this route. So I've left my cursor right in the middle there. Oh, ooh, this is nice. Obviously some sort of line side industry. Where am I? What are we going past? Coming past Oldham Junction or Aldham Junction towards Starefoot is where the railway does go. We're not, obviously we're going towards Manchester. We will get to see the entirety of this route The scenarios I pick will cover at least one of them will cover the entire route. And I'm going to try and pick a decent range of scenario and activities and running operations as well, because we've had a lot of just passenger, we've had a lot of point-to-point freight. I would like to do, there's one that mentions some shunting, I'd like to do a little bit of that. Fairly severe climb here of 1 in 63. And a warning to slow, well, an amber signal, so whether we actually have to slow or not. I can pass the signal at danger, that's fine, but I will also slow. And this, I think, was another B1. Yeah, it's another B1. On some empties, apparently, according to the... yeah, those are definitely empty. This is very much the bit of railways that... I mean, don't get me wrong, I enjoy the expresses as much as the next person, but it was the industrial side of things, the slightly more dirty and grimy side of things that always sort of intrigued me when I was younger. And to this day, I find is like when I'm thinking about when I'm route designing on Sodor, obviously, you know, there are times where I'm thinking, how will a passenger train look coming through this? But there are certain points of Sodor, like my first thought has always been with certain areas, what's a freight train going to look like? What is this going to look industrial enough? Is it going to look sort of grimy and northern enough? No disrespect to the north, I don't mean the north is grimy in that sense at all, but you know, you look at the Wath area, the Woodhead Line, the areas around Newcastle and the Consett areas, the dockyards, the true industrial railways, and there is a very distinct grim up north look to them. And of course Sodor is up north, so it would have bits of that. I always thought the one thing I always thought about the illustrations in the Audrey books and the Britt Allcroft TV series was that they were always a bit nice looking, which is, you know, it's supposed to be a pleasant home away from home for a lot of people, but Sodor wouldn't necessarily have looked like that. It would have been beautiful, but it wouldn't have been nice. It would have been rugged beautiful, and that's sort of what I'm trying to get with Sodor. So, and it's very much I'm very much trying to channel things like the Settle and Carlisle line, the Woodhead route, the Stainmore, Shap and Eden Valley routes, those sorts of things. There's a Class 76, presumably also on empties. I'm not so sure. Yeah, it is another V60. No, that's a Black 5 at the back, I think. Judging by the tender, it's certainly an LMS engine, it's not an LNER, so Black 5, possibly 8F. I don't think they use the 8F on this version of the route. Whether they would have done in real life, probably it would have made sense if they did, but yeah, so right. ETA 8:15. I don't think it was necessarily timetabled, no we're not, but no, Loudon Crossing, we're going to be late at Loudon Crossing, okay. How far away is Loudon Crossing? 0.6. We're not going to be too late at Loudon Crossing, we're going to be a couple of minutes late at Loudon Crossing. But I can handle that. Let's put some sand down. Let's start chugging up some hills, shall we? There's a nice big viaduct. Is that carrying any track over me, or is that... It is. Between Mid-Womwell and Barnsley. Don't know what route that would be. Someone who knows the history of this, if you could let me know in the comments what that route would be. I could have researched it, but I didn't. Because I'm that professional. Totes professional. Get that cursor out of the way. Toast profession. So Loudon Crossing, we're supposed to be here at 8:14:34. We're going to be there at about 8:16, so yeah, about a minute and a half late. So absolutely not the end of the world, and time we can make up, because our next thing is Stratford Crossing in 3 miles and roughly about 5 minutes. So yeah, we've got a chance of really, with the black 5 at the back, really pushing this on. I wonder if that black 5 is supposed to be there. I kind of feel like I don't believe I missed an instruction to get rid of it. But if I did, it's kind of like going back to Sodor. It's kind of like Thomas in that one episode in that one story where Gordon just pulls off and doesn't let him detach from the express coaches. Just at the back. Those poor drivers expecting a cup of tea. It's like, we're going where now? Nah, they'll detach us. Won't they? Won't they? They'll uncouple us. And when they have, if they do pull off with us, they'll notice. They'll stop. They'll figure it out. Nah, mate, it's humble gamer. He don't know what he's doing. And these are all fair statements. Stratford Crossing in 2.2 miles. Supposed to be there at 28, 20 and 19 seconds. We're going to be there at 8, 21 and 17 seconds. So we're getting pulled time back. We're less than a minute behind now. Literally 58 seconds. So we are smashing this. Nearly up to 40 mph as well, which on a 1 in 106 with filled cold hoppers, I think they're filled. And yeah, we've got 2 B1s and a black 5, but you know, we're making good time at good speed, and we are making time up as well. We're getting quicker and closer to our timetabled arrival time rather than just our ETA, and it's sloping off as well. Yeah. Slow that down. We lost 8 points there. So again, 1,000 not going to happen in this video. It's supposed to be Oxford recap at 0:31 in 5.5 miles. Try these, left or right hand drive? Right hand drive. Nope. Stop doing that. You're not supposed to do view number 2 in these videos, Humble. You know that. You are driving from the cab, or at least from on board the locomotive. It's a very picturesque route actually, because lots of hills, good views in the distance, lots of really nice stuff. And again, this is why I want to base, why I use a lot of this sort of stuff for inspiration for bits of Sodor, because this is what Sodor would look like. And there has been some fairly serious movement on Sodor, so I will do a Sodor catch up, an update at some point. So I checked, it's December 2021 was the last time I did one of those. So you will get an update. Also, not a massive amount of scenery. I mean, bits of scenery have changed. Bits of scenery have definitely changed. But that's not sort of the update. The update is sort of just, you know, it is still moving, but I want you guys to see a bit of it. So, Stratford Crossing, we're going to be less than 30 seconds late now, so we're basically on time in the grand scheme of things, certainly as far as British railways are concerned. B1s are a Thompson, aren't they? They're not a Gresley. These guys are definitely a Thompson. Yeah, Edward Thompson, 1942. Didn't spend that long as any of our engines. Range from this point on become very steep. One of the reasons electric specifies is that they do not need helpers or bankers. Yeah, well, we do. So, sanding on. And... oh, here we go. Let's... yeah, there's a steep bank coming up. This is going to be quite tough, actually. This is the other thing about this route. This is going to be quite a tough drive a lot of the time. So, there is a black 5 on its way down. So it's already 1 in 136. What are these supposedly even more steep gradients? So for 1 in 138, that's got shallower. 135, 134, 136, 137. Where does that line go off to? Because I'm curious. Wentworth. 1 in 75. There we go. That is a steep gradient. Full throttle, all 3 locos. At the right point on the reverser, we can at the very least hold it, if not. Where's my sanding gear gone? Oh, come on, don't stall, don't stall. 1 in 40. Jesus. There we go. Managed to holding our speed at the very least. Holding our speed is fine. I'm not too fussed if we're a bit late. We're holding speed. It's only 3 miles to go and we've got 9 minutes. So we're good. Time-wise, we're good. We're solid, we're safe, we're in control. We're not in any trouble. One in 40. Bloody hell. One in 41. I am prepared to leave us like this. I don't want to do too much. I don't want to overdrive it. But which I don't mean throw it into overdrive. That would be much more useful to me. But I don't want to overcomplicate stuff. And again, sorry for hitting the microphone then. Because at this point, overcomplicating it and trying too hard might actually just cause us more trouble, rather than just leaving the locomotive to do what works for it. Fireman's putting water on, he's putting coal on. Going through a tunnel. Where am I? Where am I? What tunnel is it? Is it named? Silkstone Tunnel. We're going past a class 76. Or we're going to be passed by a class 76. Very shortly. We're not going to see it much, and the fireman's going to have to close the firebox doors. There is the class 76. We're not losing too much speed too quickly, which is fine. 24.7 mph. Request to pass signal at danger approved. I really do not. Stopping is the last thing I need to happen to this train right now. Ox recap is in a mile. We're getting close to the summit of this point. Starts to flatten out after this, which is good. It's very good indeed. In fact, I'd say that is it flattening out now. So we can start to give it a little bit more of a rest. Not much of one, because we're still 1 in 104, but we can pull back off the throttle a little bit. There we go. Oh, we're speeding technically. That's fine, I'll lose those points, that doesn't worry me. Actually, no, that starts worrying me. Come to a rest at the Ox reception siding so the wagons can be sorted for onward movement. Okay. I lost 216 points there, but that's not the important thing. The important thing is that we are no, I've been calling it recap, it's not, it's been reset all the time. And my ETA is 8:31, so we're on time. Not quite sure how I managed to do that, but we are on time. Whew. So that's been a that was a tough climb. I enjoyed that from a driving point of view. Request pass signal danger approved. I say, should you not be closing that? Fatal blowbacks, etc. Into the sunshine. Right, so now we need to start slowing because the speed limit for us is 15 as we enter the reception siding. We're not going to go any further than the OX reception siding. Yeah, that's what the signal's at danger, because we're not going into there, we're going into the sidings. So it's nice and slowly does it, because we need to slow down quite a bit actually because we're going to be speeding now as we enter the siding. But that's fine. Okay, there we go. There we go. Should have slowed earlier than that, but never mind. You know, no crash was caused. And once we've paused here, I'm going to go and double check. I'm sure that's a black 5 at the back. And I really don't know whether we were supposed to bring it with us, but we did. go, and we will get down and have a quick look. See, there's the 2B1s we had. And then what do we think? I think this is a black 5 at the back here. Since we stopped, I can have a walk. It is indeed a black 5. That's been very helpful to us. And we completed that, so completed it, mate. So yeah, lovely. Well, that's the first of our Woodhead Line runs done. So thank you ever so much for watching. If you are enjoying what we're seeing, please like and subscribe. Check out Train Sim Classic in the description below. Check out my other Train Sim stuff in the description below. Check out my Railway Empire stuff in the description below. I think by this point you'll be seeing Railway Empire 2, so also check that out in the description below. Otherwise, thank you ever so much for watching. I was me, that was Train Sim Classic. See you very soon, guys. Goodbye. I'm going to have some of the crappy water. Yes, I know I need to find clean water, but to find clean water we have to... Ooh! Oh god! Oh god! So if you eat too much of the crappy water, it drives your hunger down.
Oh, okay.
I've got a message on my screen, eat or die, and I've got 100 seconds to do it in.
Oh my word!
How do we get into the tic-tac-toe? Tic-tac-toe.